How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be talking about some horror movies that I picked up from Dollar Tree. This time, Dollar Tree has DVDs and a few Blu-rays, and this time I got a particularly large pile. There's 9 of them, and I thought I'd go ahead and do a video showing everything that I picked up, a haul video. Never really done this before. Now these are all new movies. I just bought them, so I don't know much about them. I haven't seen them yet. So I'll try to do shorter descriptions for each one, shorter reviews. Now the one exception is The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I have seen this movie. This is the second Town That Dreaded Sundown. I guess you'd say the sequel, although this is kind of a weird case. In The Town That Dreaded Sundown, there's murders in Texarkana. Now these murders happened in real life, and then they made a movie about it. Now, in this movie, which is, I guess, a sequel, you had the real-world events happened in this movie, as well as the movie getting made about those events happening in this movie. So this is the real world now having both those things happened, but this is a fictional story. So a sequel where the first one's a movie, kind of rare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Return of the Living Dead, Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, or the other way around, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. But anyway, kind of a rare thing to see, a fun thing, and this goes in my slasher movie collection. I had also actually just picked up the first one, the Shout Factory, released somewhat recently, and that's a good movie too. But anyway, yeah, slasher movie, recommend it. Yeah, it does pretty well for a belated, weird sequel thing. It's actually a very good movie. It's hard to find for a bit, but now it's in the dollar bin, so that's the weird way things go. Up next, Frankenstein versus the Mummy and the Frankenstein Theory. So even though I picked up 9, there's actually 10 films. And if we open this up, we got them on 2 separate discs, which is fun. Usually when you see double packs, you have to prepare yourself for a flipper disc or 2 movies wrote on the same side of one disc, but this has double disc, which is great. So anyway, in the original Universal continuity, Frankenstein and the Mummy never met. The Mummy never crossed over with anyone except for Abbott and Costello, so finally getting to see that, even though it's obviously not Universal. And the Frankenstein Theory from the creators of The Last Exorcism, so that seems cool, but again, don't know anything about these movies, but I am fans of the classic monsters, or I am a fan of the classic monsters, so curious to see what they do with them. If you know my channel, I've done several classic monster movie reviews, and will probably do more, so that's always fun to pick up. The next one, Chillerama. This one is one of those where it's 4 short films put into one. So a vignette film, like Creepshow or Trilogy of Terror, from what I gather at least. And if you open it on the inside, there's a fun, cartoony, old-timey version of the poster there. And I've been kind of considering, thinking about this one, but the thing that sold me is I realized this first name up here, Adam Green. Adam Green, I believe there's Adam Green Hatchet, and this movie Frozen, not the Disney one, Frozen, where these people are stuck on a ski lift, and I remember really liking that movie. It was pretty fun. So Adam Green, whenever I see a director that I know, and I'll pick it up. I'm like, yeah, hey, I like that other movie. I'll check out his new one. And this one, you get 4 different films, so I'll see what's up with that. Vignette, anthology films are always pretty fun, so glad to pick this up. I'd seen it in lots of other places for full price, and no, I get it for just $1, so thank you, Movie Trading Company. Up next, this one called Kiss of Death. These are primarily horror movies. This one, I think, is action. I don't know much about this. It talks about how on the back, this film, or at least this genre of film, helped inspire Tarantino's Kill Bill movies. And It's also made by the Shaw Brothers there, which I haven't actually seen any Shaw Brothers stuff before, but I know people that really love it. So time to go in and check out what they're about. So yeah, don't know much about this film. Again, I only think it's action or it might be a psychological thriller or something. But I'm curious and I'm willing to see what's going on here. So, Kiss of Death, got to see what that one's about. Up next, we have just by coincidence, another Asian movie. This is, I'm going to try to pronounce this right, Gonjima Haunted Asylum. This is an Asian found footage movie, from what I gather, about a real asylum too. This one I had seen in Walmart a few times, and I kind of thought about picking up yet 2018, so very recent. Korean. I thought about picking it up. Walmart movies are always such a gamble, you know. Sometimes they're really good, you know, you get things like The House is October built, and then other times they're really forgettable, and half the times they're cashing in on a trend, you know. So I didn't pick this up when I saw it the first time at Walmart, but then I heard it was really good later on. I'm like, I should have picked it up. And then I found it in the Dollar Tree. So that was really great. Up next, we got Wolf Cop. Again, don't know much about this other than, you know, kind of a throwback to the campy movies. Actually, fairly modern, 2014, I believe. Yeah, there's another one that I had seen in the stores going for full price, a whole bunch. So I'm glad to pick it up for just $1. I don't know much about it. Perfect blend of horror and comedy, which, hey, that's great to hear. Has cult classic written all over it, impossible not to love. Well, so yeah, whenever you see stuff like this, you know, you never know if they're going to be really good or not. But this one did get a sequel, so that's always a sign that, you know, there was enough interest in the first one to warrant making a second. So hopefully it's good. I'll definitely pop that one in. Up next, we have the movie All Cheerleaders Die. This one, yeah, Lucky McGee, who I believe did May, right? Kind of an interesting story for this one. Lucky McGee, this is one of his first, if not his first movies, and it was released direct to DVD, but then he found out later that it was actually kind of hard to find now, and I'm guessing he couldn't just re-release it, so this is actually a remake of a movie he did earlier, primarily because it was hard to get a hold of the first version, so he's like, hey, I'll just remake it, I guess. And I guess, you know, better filmmaker now because he learned stuff. Might as well do a better version of what you did earlier, I guess. I haven't seen the first one. I'll see how easy it is to pick up, you know. It might be easier now. I don't know. Especially if you got a redistribution. I'll have to go on Amazon later and see. But another YouTuber, Drum Dums, who also covers horror, he's really cool, and he also picked up this movie and he said it was pretty good, so looking forward to that. But yeah, go check out Drum Dums. He's cool. Next, a Christmas horror movie, Saint, one of the killer Santa Claus movies, Saint Nicholas. And yeah, I have a fairly large collection of Christmas horror movies, all the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, including the remake and the big Krampus movie that everyone knows, and several of the smaller ones I picked up, you know, and, you know, just fun, you know, Santa slashers. This one, a Canadian copy, you can tell because it has the French version of all the text below it, but, you know, because the French Canadians and whatnot, but should be the same region, so it should work on the player. But yeah, adding that into my holiday horror, my Christmas horror movie collection. Up next, The Girl in the Photographs. This one used to be on Amazon. I don't know if it still is or not. And I would see it all the time, never actually got around to watching it. Look at that face on the spine there, that's cool. But anyway, I saw this and I was like, oh hey, that's that thing I saw. Did I say Amazon? I meant Netflix. That's that thing I saw on Netflix all the time, and I'm like, hey, I'll pick it up. Yeah, I don't know if it's still there because Netflix has this thing where, other than the originals, their stuff tends to cycle in and out pretty quick, So I'm not sure if it's still there. I was always a little curious about watching it, but now I got it, and I'll pick this up, put it in the player. I don't know, killer, probably a psychological thriller or something. Got a cool like little mask thing or something. But yeah, I don't know much about this movie other than that I would always see it on Netflix streaming services. So definitely finally give that a check out. And some of these movies I might put up reviews for in the future. We'll have to see, what all happens. But anyway, that's 9, well actually technically 10 because of the Frankenstein double feature. 10 movies. That's pretty good. Just hey, I recommend checking out Dollar Tree. Lots of movies, $9. Pretty good. Anyway, I don't know if I'll do more haul videos. This is my first one. But if I go to Dollar Tree, because I pick up DVDs a lot there, but usually only like 2 to 4, But if I ever get another big haul, maybe I'll do a volume 2 for this video. I don't know, but that was fun, looking through all these covers, seeing what these movies are about, and some good stuff for my director collections, my slasher collections, and hey, a Christmas one even. Anyway, you guys have a good day. I'll see you again soon. Come back to the channel, more DVD videos, more horror. Anyway, have a good day.